Good evening, everybody. Thank you all for joining us today. We have Kedareswar with us, Chief Executive of DSS. We're very lucky to have him because he doesn't really travel to Bangalore that often. He happened to be here. We thought, why not make use of this opportunity and really get him to talk about what DSS does and all little about their recent collaborative efforts. So Kedareswar will be talking about his views, his perspectives, what it takes to actually engage in a collaborative effort and a little bit about how owners are very specific about what they want to accomplish and things like that. So Kedareswar, please join us.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Choudhary. I am from an organization called Darbar, Sahitya, Sansad, a partner organization of Rangdezvous. And I thank Rangdezvous for giving me this opportunity to talk to share some of my experience with the organization and the collaborative activities in Orissa, which we have done recently. Friends, Darbar Sahitya Sansad is an organization, it's a 32-year-old organization. It started in 1982. It had traveled a journey of 32 years. It is in Orissa. The organization is in Orissa. And Orissa is the eastern part of India, and you can see we work in the coastal part of Orissa, which is Khurda, Puri, and Baleshwar district. These three districts are quite flood-prone and cyclone-prone also. We work there. So I will talk a little bit about the emergence of the organization. You can see the head office of DSS, which is situated in Choudhary, and it is in Balipatna block of Khurda district. Initially, the organization was registered in Puri, which is undivided Puri district, when the three districts carved out from Puri. And the organization is in Khurda district now. Yeah, it's a locational map for everybody. So that's where the DSS is actually. We are right over here. It is Bhubaneswar. From Bhubaneswar we go to Puri, and here is Konar on the sea, and here is Satpada, the Chilka Lake. We are situated here, the organization is situated here, and work in Puri and undivided Puri and Khurda district. The history of Darbar Sahitya Sansad started now when I was in class 7. The organization in my village there was a library, village library was there. The people from my age and some older age also used to congregate there to read some books from the Oriya books and the Oriya translated books from Greek, that Don Quick's Road, the Gully Horse, the travel story, those kind of stories we used to read there, and we were very fascinated with these stories. That was our common meeting place. Apart from the study, we used to go there and so that was a kind of our literary kind of we were together to read some books and write some stories, write some poems. So then we started a magazine. I was in class 8. So some of our friends, we started a magazine called Darbar. Darbar means it's a code of rural code. No, the idea was to organize youth and adolescent boys and girls together and harness their power to how to do some kind of social change. That was in the mind, but we are not clear that how to do this social work. So there are two floods in Orissa. there are very severe floods in Orissa in 1980 and 82, consecutive. So that time, no civil society, no NGO were there to respond to the floods. Humanitarian organizations were not that active in those time. That time, the government used to come. The government people used to come with the boat to rescue the people, to evacuate the people, and to provide some relief activities. And when we were there in the library, we guided those people. You know, we guided, come to this village will go with you. So we are acting as a guide to the government machineries to go to different places. So that was a test of social work. That was a test of social work which given to us that time, and we were thrilled to do that. But still, that time we didn't know that how to do the social work. So then after studying more, in high schools, we went to colleges. When in the vacations, we used to come down to the village. Again, that library, thinking of how to do social work, do some youth work, Darbar, writing poems. So that was going on. Finally, in 1982, some people advised that, okay, form a kind of literary association, you will do some social work with that. So Darbar Sahitya Sansad came in that thing. That is an association of literature loving people, youth for social good. So that was the idea. The organization came into being in 1982. It got registered in 1985. Actively worked in 1990. Why that 5 years was the gap? Because we are studying in the colleges. We are not doing much on the social kind of thing. So that was the history of Darbar Sahitya Sansad. So it's a journey of 32 years. I have tried to divide it into 4 phases. First phase, 1985 to 92. That was the learning phase. No money, no ideas. That was a learning. No office, nothing. So there was no budget. Only 20 villages we are doing some youth work. But the second phase when came to 1993 to 99, that is 99 is a landmark super cyclone year in Orissa. Super cyclone affected 17 or 18 districts in the coastal Orissa and they changed the total geography of coastal Orissa. So that's why I have put that 93 to 99. DSS started some work in the rural development. Rural development, we talk of smokeless chula, biogas promotion, sanitary latrines promotion, constructed sanitary latrines. So forestry, social forestry. So a lot of rural development kind of activities we do for that time. And we started with that time we have 18 staffs, very low paid. Very small amount of budget, around 5 to 10 lakhs was per year. That was there. Our mobilization capacity was not that much. And that time also we tried to that learning phase also continue little bit. We were going to different parts of the country, getting training of this social work. So I have gone to visual work in the Delhi, National Institute of Public and Cooperation and Child Development in Delhi. In AI, Institute of Rural Development in Bangalore, some years back, I came here, stayed 1 month here. So that was the time to know learning social work, how to do social work. So that was a phase. In 1999, there was a super cyclone. That was the really changed the entire geography of the coastal Orissa. So then started the relief, rehabilitation, those kind of activities. You can see that our focus was on that time from rural development we shifted to women empowerment and economic empowerment of the women. So that is how to make the poor women to earn something. So that we believe that if the women can earn something, gradually her dignity will improve in the society. And the spending power, purchasing power, everything will increase, and gradually that will push to the women empowerment. So that was the thing. And in addition to that women empowerment came that disaster management kind of aspect. So 2 ways we were doing. And in this, our considerably during this period, our budget also increased because of disaster management activities. Our budget increased, our staff increased, our area increased. We were working in 120 villages. So that was a year till 2010. And the microfinancing activities came as a part of our livelihood promotion activity. enterprising promotion activities. So as a part of that, we did microfinancing under that period. So why I put 2010 as a remark here? By 2010, what happened? There is a change in the scenario in the microfinance environment in the state. I don't know what about the country, but in the state it is a change. Because that time, a lot of NGOs, non-profits, they tried to, tried to take up microfinancing activities. They were unaware about the legal environment, what is the income tax environment, what is those are areas. So because we are non-profits, we cannot do any this income generation kind of activities that were not there. But we spontaneously took it up because it was sufficing our enterprise promotion activity. And without despite of our continuous effort with the banks, still the small credit to the poor borrower was a distant dream after 10 years of work, continuous engagement with the banks. So that's why we took up microfinancing activity. So in 2010, suddenly so what happens now? The emergence of bigger enterprises, NBFCs from out of state. So, and simultaneously there is another program, state-sponsored mission Shakti program. I am not blaming the government, but the thing is how this program has deteriorated the quality of SNCs and microfinance in the state. So that was the program. These are the scenarios where a lot of people try to graduate to the NBFCs, but DSS stood back. It did not come into the NBFC, but it tried that. It saw that the source of microfinance was scarce. It was drying up. There was no bankers were not providing money because they were target oriented. Because the government has given some target that you have to do this. Then came the subsidy link, SGSY, so much grams was there. That subsidy was being okay, 20 finances in a year. They are doing the month of March, and that to the last week of month of March. So they were very sad in doing that. So the NGOs who were very, very politely, with a very good intention, they were trying to promote these groups and doing microfinance. Suddenly they found that they are out of the scene, and nobody is acknowledging, nobody is supporting that activity. That's why in 2010 DSS decided that okay, whatever microfinance we are doing, we will stop it. Stop it gradually. We will make it down. But whatever our women entrepreneurs said, SSGs, they were getting the loan. If they are not getting, they are getting the loan from where we will get. And the tie-up with the Rangdezvous scheme for small loan to the enterprising women who are doing some kind of income generation activity. So that was the scheme. And from 2010 to 2014, now we are going, and our focus is next. And this is the slide that who are the donors who have supported us over these phases that are not important. I will talk regarding this. See, right now, what we are doing in this phase of 2010 to 14, what we are actually doing, the lifelong promotion for the women, poor women, is the primary activity of Darbar sectors. Number two is the climate change adaptation and DRR. We are saying that we are doing daily. And we are doing rehabilitation. We are doing CBDP, community-based disaster preparedness. We are doing DRR, disaster risk reduction. We are doing community. A lot of challenges are there. On that, maybe some specific questions I will answer. But that is a total entire activity, climate change adaptability. How we will adapt to the climate change activity? Because climate change, these disasters, they are doing enormous. They are pushing our efforts back. When we are doing this enterprise promotion or other developmental activities, these things are putting our efforts back. How to tackle with that? We do a lot of things in that. Number three is the migrant labor services. That is another area emerged out of this emergency, this disaster activities. After the super cyclone in 1999, we saw the migrating train because the area was quite developed from the western Orissa. postal website is developed from postal website. The people don't have that sort of food security issue as compared to those students. But what happened after this super cyclone? Because of and then continuous floods. So every year that was the flood. So main crop was going. And the canal irrigation movement in the canal irrigation in the coastal parts, that is around 30-40% of the total area. So that was not sufficient. So when the main crop is gone, people started migrating. And after super cyclone, people started migrating more and more. And we are working on this migrant labor service with the support from SDG. So that is a service. That is a service we are doing. I will elaborate next. And the fourth area is the skill training and employability for the youth. Under this migrant program, we were doing this skill training and other things, but we are doing more intensive work in skill training and placement, self-employment for youth. So, and the fourth one is the women and child health. We have not done much progress. Health camps we have done. Many family welfare center we have from the government of India assistance we have done something. But this area is the primary area. We work more on this area. Some work has already been done. So these are the 4-5 areas that Darbar Sansad works. I have given a little bit elaboration what the livelihood promotion activities we do. I have prepared 2 slides. One is the self-help group, saving, credit, insurance, these aspects. So over the last 10-12 years, DSS have promoted around 514 SNCs, 9 federations, those are not registered, around 7,400 odd members are there, cooperatives, 5 cooperatives we formed. And those cooperatives are agri-based cooperatives like dairy cooperatives, vegetable growers cooperatives, and members saving around 1.2 crores members have saved in their groups. DSS doesn't accept savings from them. We are very clear from them. Some NGOs they were accepting the savings and all, but we are very clear that first of all we are doing that form a group, start some saving. We provide some leadership kind of training, some mentoring, bookkeeping, other things. Then start saving. Open a bank account. Try to link it with the bank. If the bank is not providing, then we can into post that we will be doing microfinance on the groups. So that was the idea. So this saving is with the bank, and they have also interlinked something. Then credit over 7 crores we have done. 7 crores means we have done over 4 crores. Another 4 crores is the bank's contribution. That is a rough estimate of this. We are in the process. We are taking loans from regional development. That is called Puri government. Now it is Orissa government. Rashtriya Mahila Post, RGVN, then Friends of Women Development and Rangdezvous, offline Rangdezvous is the only we are taking receiving loans from Rangdezvous only. We are not taking from any other organization now. And with the saving and credit also insurance coverage. We have tried to provide insurance coverage to the women who are taking the credit. And third is the capacity enhancement program. In many ways we have done like leadership development program, bookkeeping and accounting, federation management, lot of exposure programs we have done. So it's a continuous effort to strengthen their capacity. But frankly speaking, last 4 years we are not much investing on this aspect because we don't have funds for that. Because nobody is trying to also invest in that. Neither the bank or the government, anybody is trying to invest in that. Whatever the government is trying to do, that is coming under the government channel, and that is not, no, in my opinion, that is not, I can't say sufficient, that is not utilized for the capacity building. Next. The other aspect is the enterprise promotion. So why the microfinance DSS started microfinancing? Because of this enterprise promotion. For the enterprise promotion, loan or credit is an integral part. So if that is not provided or that is not available in time, so then the whole enterprise, small and household enterprise is going to suffer. So that's why we started. But initially, from the bank, from DSS, from the cooperative, from the SSGs, we have tried to do, try out all options and how the small enterprise can grow. We have done handicrafts, dairy, vegetable growers, lot of other activities like pizzeria, mushrooms, lot of activities, household level activities that women have taken up. And this is the group level. Group level we have taken dairy, vegetables, and handicrafts. But at the small entrepreneur level, lot of activities. And 4,000 household enterprises have been formed. We have estimated within these 12 years, 4,000 household enterprises we have been able to support. Another that the NABARDs, we work with the NABARD very closely. We have been assigned the activity of doing this micro promotion, micro enterprise promotion with 1,000 women in 100 SSGs. In Puri district, we have done that in 3 years. Then we have conducted a number of trainings for our federations, for other NGOs, and shared our experience in national and international forums. For a long 5, 6 years, if NABARD was having a training, they were inviting us to experience our youth, they were coming to our field. So it's like, it's not a microfinance focused activity, it's a micro enterprise focused activity. So lastly, the 3 years, 3.5 years partnership with Rangdezvous. So that is a quite important input to DSS activity. Another area that I was talking that climate change adaptability and adaptation, what we have done. This is when we started the rural development activity. It was their focus there. Like we started with the smokeless chullas, commodity smokeless. About 5,000 smokeless chullas we have constructed. I have been trained. I have constructed chullas. In that time, so it's a long time. So 15 years back when we started that second phase, we started biogas plants. So I have been trained This is important. This is important. We teach them how to test the soil. The women they can test the soil, and the pH and all they can test. We have the kit nest. We have the kit. The people they are demonstrated. A simple kit is there. 5,000 or 6,000 rupees is there. They are all the processes. What is the pH level? What to be provided? What not to be. So that kind of thing. So this is seed treatment. This is organic seed treatment. Organic seed treatment. How you treat your seed in organic way. So okay. So this is the next slide. And these are the activities we try to provide the best technical know-how to the women farmer. They will know, and organic farming they will do. And one aspect we are in this promoting this organic farming. One challenge we face that they are gradually adopting the process. But the thing is, there is a very good organic market where they can get good money, but that has not been tapped. So if you can link with that organic market, so organic farming will grow, it will grow, it will grow, and more people will be interested for that because, and so that is one aspect. Another, I will talk a little bit about the disaster management and risk reduction activities. Since 1999, DSS has implemented over 10, maybe more than 10 relief and rehabilitation programs. And major programs were with the support from Concern Worldwide. Then Then from Orissa State Disaster Mitigation Authority, we got small grants from CAPAT. So with these grants, what we have done, one is the relief and rehabilitation activities, another area is the preparedness, community preparedness activity. Due to different approaches of the donor agencies and also the government, it's a very shocking, it's a very regretting thing that the people always try to invest in the relief and rehabilitation. Something happens, people are drowning, okay, give something. So that is the mentality. But for preparedness and other activities, if you see that recently I was attending a workshop, there was an estimate that entire money spent in relief and rehabilitation, that if you take it out, then only 1 or 1.2% is spent on community level preparedness to face that disaster. So the general mentality is not that spend or invest in the community level preparedness. Some NGOs have done some work, like DSS have done some work, but it is not such continuous kind of thing. And that preparedness activity need to be linked with the overall development activities. That has not been done properly. If you do not, you will prepare community, and when you prepare community, what the community will do? They will prepare themselves. They will raise their homestay. They will make a platform. When the flood comes, they will go there. Or they will adopt the flood-resistant crop. Something they will do. They have a contingency planning. We have taught them how to make a contingency planning. Okay, they have made the contingency planning, but where is the contingency fund? Okay, we have started with contingency fund, street store. Lot of activities we have done in the community, but that has to be linked with the panchayat plans. That has to be linked with the district plans. That has to be linked with the larger government development plans. If that is not happening, then the preparedness level will not be that much effective. So that is the idea. We have done 3-4 preparedness, community preparedness programs we have done. We have done it CBDP, community level disaster, DRM program with the UNDP's support. We were in 2 blocks, we are associated with that. Another program we have done, that weather education program in the school. That was the support from Government of India, DST. We ran that program in Baleshwar district with the 15 schools. The high school students, they were, please. Now they were taught how, mini weather stations were stationed in their school, and they were taught how to operate those instruments. And they will forecast what will be the weather next day. Maybe what is the temperature, what is the temperature, what is the air pressure, what is the other things. And the one teacher was trained. These people will be, the students will be discussing among themselves. They will continuously track, and there is a sheet provided. They will be continuously tracking, and that data has to be go to the meteorology department. So, like a mini weather station, they were there. We conducted it for 3 years. But unfortunately, due to funding crisis, that program is there, the infrastructure is there. We are not able to continue it. We tried with some government agencies how to continue with this program. That doesn't happen, but it's a very good program. The people, at least, they were next. So these are the different instruments, and the next. And they were measuring the temperatures. That is, what is the low and what is the higher temperature. So this is a climate change education, not climate change, it's weather education, we call it, weather education program in the schools. Slide. Disaster programs. I will show some disaster. I have tried to see. This is you have already seen. This is a breaking of a bridge. This is a bridge in the embankment. Embankment is from here it is cut due to overflow. No, here the bridge is here. So this kind of floods happens in the area where DSS works. Next. This is a relief truck. It is 2008 or 11. DSS has done with the concern and eco. So truckloads of relief. And this is interesting. With the Orissa Disaster Mitigation Authority, and we have ODRAF and NDRF. And the state version of NDRF is the ODRAF, Orissa Disaster Response Force. With them, we are managing 2 cyclone shelters there. With their volunteers, we exercise mock drills. Next. So this is a mock drill in Balipatna. This is a relief distribution site in Baleswar district. 2011 or 2009, it is relief distribution. That is, we distribute foods, we distribute water sanitation, we distribute agricultural seeds. This is a cash for work. See, I was talking regarding this. This is a cash. Next. This is a cash for work. So what happens after the disaster? What happens? When the entire crop is gone, people start migrating, or not all, lot of people, because there will be no work for the people. You think for the landless people who totally depend on the agricultural labor. They don't have any work for the next maybe 5-6 months. They don't have any work. So it's not industrial area, totally agro based activity. So what they will do? They look for different work. Now, fortunately, now some work is available under NRAGA, but you know that NRAGA national figure says that okay, last year I had about 16 days of work. Somebody in Orissa they got. So this is cash for very effective. Maybe 15 days, maybe for 10 days, maybe for 1 month. So what they do? They construct roads. Next, they construct channels. I will show some. This is a cyclone shelter constructed by DSS in a village. It caters to 3-4 villages in Nimapada block. Next, this DRR work, raising the platform during. At least the people will get clean drinking water during floods. Next, this is a wall painting we do. This is the household level preparedness we can do so that we can be protected from the disasters. So this is a kind of education work. Our volunteers are going in Baleswar. This is a contingency planning, community level planning, mapping of the village, resource mapping, the economic activity. So mapping and planning. So to continuously engage the community with planning and mapping. This is a village map. This is it's a sanitary unit in the school. We constructed some latrines in the schools. This is a house. This is around 45,000 or 40,000 rupees. This is a house in Baleswar itself. This is a retrofit. Floods will come up to, if it submerges up to this level, nothing will happen. So this kind of work. So this is the country, director from Concern Worldwide. Last recent filing, she was visiting those villages in Balasore district. So, next. Next. Okay. So the DSS not only provides relief, rehabilitation activity, but at the same time it is very much conscious about the preparedness activities and community resilience, how to improve the community resilience so that they can, you know, take the next disaster. They can be more resilient. Next slide. And then I was talking about the migration activity from Startup Trust. We are running the migration support service from last 4 years. So that is a program that this is a two-pronged approach. That means a lot of people also comment, a lot of people also ask a lot of questions. What you are doing in the migration? Other day I was talking to somebody. He asked me, "What migration you are talking about? People are migrating everywhere. What you are doing? What quality you are adding?" So it's a two-pronged approach. Number one, this is a problem from the area where we are working. It is increasing day by day. At this, last year survey said 54% of the households are migrating. So it's a concern. That the problem is how to make their migration safe. We cannot control, we cannot stop it. How to make it safe? That is 98% are unregistered. The district level officer, no data. They are all migrating through local contractors who are unregistered. Somebody dies, nothing happens. So in May, 3 people died in Mumbai from Banpur area in Khurda district. 3 people died. They are the conservancy workers. So they were in that water and they died with the gas. Fortunately, they got the compensation and all. 7 people died in the Chennai collapse, that wall collapse. Nothing, no compensation. These people were under the registered contractors. These people were not registered, not unregistered contractors. Nobody knows who is he. No identity is there. And since the youth are migrating, most of them don't have the identity card. So that one is the how to provide an identity card. So DSS is providing identity card. Not only DSS, around 30 NGOs in all over the country. So somebody asked, what is your efficacy? How you can provide identity? See that we are not providing, we are providing with the signature of a sarpanch. So it is only in Rajasthan. It is only in the Rajasthan government they have passed an order that this organization can provide a valid identity card, but not in other states. We are advocating for that. If the state government provides that, okay, around 19 NGOs are working there. They are providing with the stamp of the sarpanch. They can also provide, the government seal will be there, so it will be more accepted. So that is registration, legal awareness, health awareness, legal awareness, a lot of cheating cases. They are working under one contractor for 15 days. The contractor throw him out. He goes to another search for another job somewhere. No registration, no check payment, no attendance, nothing. So that is it. They are quite vulnerable in the workplaces. So that's some legal awareness we conduct legal clinics, we conduct legal aid camps. Then health awareness, because young people are migrating. Occupational health is, they are working in bottling plants, they are working in the flour mills in Kerala, they are working in some food processing units, plywoods. So their health awareness is also, we provide this kind of activity so that the record is there, DLO is informed, registration is done, card is given, so it is safe. Second aspect is to organizing them at the source itself. So organizing the potential migrants, they are going with their friends. How to provide them skill training, how to provide them counseling, how to provide them placement so that they will not go, they will stay back. And second aspect is the returning migrants. After 5 years, the migrants return. Hindi mein kahavat hai na ghar ka na ghat ka. So they are not they are not conversant with agriculture because of they will not work in the agriculture. They have gone out. Now after 5-10 years they have come back. They are not very efficient in agriculture and they don't have any other skill. What they will do? So the potential migrants and the returning migrants, for both of them, the skill training is required, placement is required, local observation is required. And in that, we also do little bit back. We also do lot of research and advocacy. We have done 2 researches. What is the impact of migration on the left behind women And another, what is the problem of migrant workers at the workplace. So these are two researches and advocacy with the government, so that the government facilitate. Lot of every day we see that news that these many of laborers, they were trapped there, they are kept by the brick kilns in the Hyderabad. Lot of things happens. The government says lot of things, but lot of effort is required to address that issue. So we do a lot of advocacy with the government. Next. Migration photos are there. If you're interested, then I will show the migration photos. We'll quickly run through. Quickly run through that photos migration activity. And, this is the information center in a local fairs, local melas. A lot of people come. Migrants also come. Migrants will go. The young migrants will go. But when there will be their village fair, they will come back. So in that village fair, we have stalls providing all kinds of what support services we are providing. They will be that is the information center. Next. How these people are going from the village. They will go in groups. This is a registration camp. Next. So driving training. We are very successful in providing driving training. A lot of drivers, over 200 drivers we have developed within last 2 years to 3 years. This is awareness camp. Again, some camps, activities. Another area is there we are doing a lot of organizing in collectives, the construction workers. You may be knowing that the construction workers board is there in every state. In each building, when a builder constructs a building, around 2% or 1% goes as it goes to a fund, construction workers welfare fund. But lots of money is accumulated there. That money is not being properly spent to provide the welfare of these construction workers because the government has no staff. The board has no staff. So very few people have been successful in providing those welfare activities, like they will get pension after 50. They will get their two of their children will get some educational assistance. They will get some boots, some helmets, those kind of lot of activities that they will get cycle after 2 years. So those schemes are there. Only once in a blue moon, some chief minister organizes, the government organizes some mela. Some people get that, but a lot of people are there. They are out of that thing because most of the time go to the labor office. They say that we don't have any staff. Only the trade union people, they are just organizing and doing that thing. So a lot of work will be done. We have formed 2 collectives. One in Valpatna, another is in Nimapada. So around 500 construction workers are there. So we are trying facilitating their registration with the DLO office, and gradually when they will become they are in the process of becoming the trade unions, they will take it on their own. This is this car driving training, that computer, in mobile repairing, in mason training is another. In the construction activities are going on in and around Bhubaneswar. We are hardly 25 kilometers from Bhubaneswar. So construction workers are required because we are getting construction workers, marble mistris from Bihar, carpenters from West Bengal. They are skilled. Now our construction workers, general construction, just put that it ka judai. Nothing beyond that. So construction worker mason training is the most important. We have trained a lot of masons in that. Okay, skip. No, you go to next slide. So it is next, and regarding the I'll talk a little bit regarding Orissa floods in 2014. I have shown a picture. It's a Google picture, and I have tried that. This is Mahanadi, the main major river in Orissa. It originates from this Hirakud reservoir. This another river is here. Baitarani, Brahmani, it's another reservoir here. So this total part is a flood zone. And basically this is Cuttack. From Cuttack, Bhubaneswar is somewhere here. So this area is entirely No, we can't say it's flood front, it's waterlogged. If it is, even it is a minor flood, this area will be no, no flooded. So DSS is somewhere here. So this year, what happens in the Orissa floods? What happens? Sometimes there is a flood in Mahanadi, not in Baitarini. But this time it was in Baitarini, Brahmani, in Mahanadi. There is another river called Rusikulya. Everywhere it was, and it came twice, thrice, like this. So it was not a severe flood up to 82 or 92 floods, but it was little bit lower than that. But the time of submergence was more. Next. So this is a Google map actually from Katak Mahanadi branches. So DSS is somewhere here. Next. So this year flood was like this. And regarding DSS disaster response activities, in for last 12 years, DSS was partnering with Concern Worldwide India. So, but in 2013 they have closed their office. So for responding to disasters, when we ask for funds, we have to look for other donors. It was not very easy. But fortunately, we got appealed to Rangdezvous. We appealed late. We didn't know that whether it would work or not. We appealed late because we are very familiar with the donor agencies, no humanitarian agencies. We appealed for concern. Concern said no, we are closed. We appealed to other agencies, donor agencies, and we are thinking that okay, maybe for 5,000 families or 10,000 families, we will do. But then we thought that okay, let us try to ask. When we approached them, they very quickly they put it in the as a blog. So this time reference 3 lakhs rupees committed. Smitaji committed very quickly, and the speciality of this response was that it was first of its kind. We never raised donation for flood response. That was one thing. It was very quick. Within a week, 3 lakh was committed before raising the whole thing. And it was now design was that we will respond in the food and sanitation activity. Gradually, we added to that agriculture regeneration activity. We are responding to 500 families. And this response, I will show some pictures. I will not talk much on that. One thing is learning for DSS is that is the fundraising, fundraising from the public. So, which is very efficiently done by Rangdezvous. We are quite thankful to Rangdezvous for this. And maybe for relief and rehabilitation, we can take up little small programs with the public donation rather than looking for very big funds. Maybe big funds maybe for bigger rehabilitation or regeneration or the development activities. So that is a learning for DSS. We will take it forward with the Rangdezvous further. Some flood photos, these times flood photos, Puri floods. If it is not important, then we will skip.
We also have some questions, Kedar. So we can
Yeah. So these are our volunteers. Initially, nobody committed nothing, but we have around 10-20,000 rupees we spend every time. Suddenly, the people were marooned. Then this water pouches, this is the water pouch, sir. There will be biscuit and water pouch. Immediately, our volunteers go and we start distributing wherever we find. With the board's initial time. So this submergence stays for maybe 7 days, 10 days. So that makes the life more difficult. These are taken from Balipatna, Nimapada, and some Konas block is another block. So 2-3 blocks from 2-3 blocks. During initial assessment we took it. This is banana tree. They cut banana trees, make this kind of raft.
Now 5 banana trees can easily 2 people can go. So this is a coping mechanism. So so initially, most of the villages they don't have boats. Government provide them boats. So initially they try out with these things, the biscuit packets and. Okay, skip. And we will go to the response. We will go to the response slides and then submit. This response. It came fast. Now, during the distribution of the relief, what we do, we put there the banner. We are providing this much families today. These are the quantities we are providing, and there is a complaint box. Anybody is having any complaint about the quality or the quantity or anything is left out or something like that, we have put that thing. So that is a criteria we follow in all our responses. So we review it whether it is genuine or not. Then as respond. Next. So these are the items. We provided some dry food like we call chura, then sugar. We have a photo of the quantity and all. Next info. These are there. Next. 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 It's not visible properly, no? Besides providing this food and sanitation, like on the sanitation, we provided the bleaching powders to put in the villages to sanitate that. And this time we introduced this hand washing practice to the women, to the school children, to the male members, how to wash their hands, because we believe that lot of this sanitation during the floods, lot of diseases can be avoided by doing the proper hand washing. This is hand washing photo or volunteer. That's like this is flat rice 2 kg, sugar 1 kg, dal 1 kg, soap 2 pieces, mustard oil 1 kg, this is napkin 1 packet. So that is another issue. A lot of people also this time we started this sanitary napkins for the women. So some people said no, it will not be done. Some said it will be done because we never tried this before. Some NGOs, some donor agency tried that. Okay, we will try that. Because of that, a lot of preparatory activities is there. We are not only providing. Next slide will go. We are not only providing that, but we are trying to educate the women how to use, because rural women, most of the women, maybe the younger generation is very So this is hand washing. Again, we are distributing and educating the volunteers to hand washing. Here they will educate the proper use and all. Okay, that was a response. That was a new thing we did this time. Next, and I must use this opportunity to talk something regarding the Rangdezvous and DSS relations, how it came. So 2-3 points, bullet points I have put, and I will say this is a partnership for household enterprise development. Because I said that we are doing doing microfinance commercially with a revenue model. We are trying to do that, but situation didn't permit us, and we have to close it. Gradually, lower it. But that time we came in contact with the Rangdezvous. But we are very desperate to get the loan for the enterprises, with the women who are trying to do their enterprises, who are trying to continue their income generation activities. So that was the partnership for that. I said that came in the time when it was needed. It was very timely and low cost credit for the women entrepreneurs compared to the other microfinance agencies, and even if the bank loans also, it is cheaper and it is timely. Timely means suppose we are in the process. We get the application. We know that within 1 month or 1.5 months the person will get the credit. So it is assured. Once in the process, you are in the process, then it is assured. So it is a timely kind of thing. Okay, the people can plan. So because the migrants in rural setup, it's not only agriculture, a lot of small business activities. Like in the fair, there is a season. Now after December it will start. It will go to the month of May. The season, there is a fair. There are some families, they don't have land. They have only cycle, 2-3 small bamboo pieces. They're called feriwala kind of thing. No, just 5,000 rupees investment. They will go one village to another village. There will be a season of fair. Fair like there will be jatra. We call jatra. In that village there will be jatra today. They know all the months or the total for 60 days. They know where it is happening. Invest 5,000. Go to this village, sell it, buy something again. Go to next village, next day. So it's for the 2 months they will work. It provides them income for the whole year. So it's like that. If they don't get the money, 5,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees that time, so then their livelihood is not properly, they cannot pursue it properly. They will go to the money lender, get a higher rate of interest, and their entire income will go in the paying the interest and all. So that is why I said it timely credit requirement is very, very important for microcredit. So that is there. And this partnership is going on for 3.5 years. There are a lot of opportunity to scale up for larger impact. We know that lots of opportunity to scale up, but there are some constraints are there where we are not able to scale it up properly. But there are a lot of opportunity, we can scale it up. It's a, don't consider it as a quarter, but there are very nice people, very friendly people. I have found some of the finest personalities here. And always trying to build the partners capacity. So that is the relationship with Rangdezvous and DSS. I will show some slides here. I will show some photographs. Raghuji, please. I will start with first visitor, Ram. So this is the first visitor, Ram. I am sorry for Swatiji and Soumyaji. I couldn't I couldn't get their photograph with my quick one-day preparation. But next, yeah, our staff, a few of our staff in front of DSS, 2010 or 11. And this is Mr. Basu. Last time he visited. He's sitting with this gentleman. Is Mr. Jivan Nair, senior journalist. And another small. This is a loan disbursement they were just witnessing that day. So I invited both of them that day only. I said, you come down today, we'll see how your money is being utilized and talk to the women. So next.
Master is social investing.
Yeah. So this is there are many also Hitesh, your photo I couldn't find. No? Sorry, I'm sorry for that. Sorry.
I think Kedaji, quite a few questions are there, so we could probably take up the questions.
Okay, this is now. I am finished. No, this is slow and steady. I have put this handicraft done by our group. So you see, it's slow and steady. This is maybe you will say that 32 years. What are you doing? You should be in Delhi or you should be in somewhere. Some people also say. So this is and we are in the race. Next. And this is a kind of exercise you do with the women groups, when you women empowerment kind of thing. This is exercise you do. The Safan city. I have used that thing that we are climbing and falling down, but miles to go. We'll stay and we'll work. Thanks around the team for being an important part of in our journey. Thank you. Stay here? Or?
Yeah, no, please stay here. So yeah, we have quite a few questions for you. You want some water? So what I will do is I'll read out the questions and so पहला question है So what are the cultural and social changes you have seen in the past 32 years? Has economic inequality reduced or worsened in the areas you work in? Has the status of women in society improved?
No, actually, we have seen the changes. We have seen the changes. People say that we have not seen the changes. A lot of people are working, but no change. Nothing is happening, but things are happening. We have seen the social inequalities. I won't say it's social inequalities. Economic inequalities are reduced, but at the same time, in particular some segments, marginalization has happened. Uh, uh, Secondly, the status of the women. Status of the women as social status of the women. Uh, See, what I believe, I will say. I believe that social inequality or social, what I say, the social increase in social status, it has not happened that much. Maybe economic upliftment has been done with this SSGs, credit, other things. That has happened, but social upliftment has not happened that much because of so many reasons are there. I will give an example. I always say that whatever I have experienced, maybe it is against any government or against anybody, but I have experienced what has happened. Take for example for the midday meal program. What happened? Previously it was run by the teachers. Now the government of Orissa decided that okay, it will be done by the self-help groups because we are empowering the groups. Groups will manage their group, they will care for their children. But after experiencing that how these groups are managing, you will be astonished to see rather than managing it properly, the quality was deteriorating. See, why this happened? Most of the people they will not acknowledge because they always see that power to people, they will organize it is happening good. But you see the midday meal, the child has to get the meal. My younger sister is a teacher in the school. And then I asked what you are providing. She said that okay, ye rice and dal. That's all? No. Some people, some students they bring aloo, potato from their house and they put it there. And they will take it out and they will eat. I said, not for all? No, not for all. They will put their aloo. Then I asked how they recognize their aloo. She said very smartly. She said they put their on the refill dot fen. They will write their name. Put. So if this kind of things happens. Second thing, very less budget is there. Previously the headmaster was managing. The people were just saying that okay, headmaster is mismanaging. Now the SSG is managing. People are saying that the SSG is also mismanaging. We asked, we interacted with our SSG, what is happening? Very simple logic they said. There is no money for firewood. Or very little money for firewood. Where from firewood will come? There are very less amount for the vegetables. Where from it will come? What we are doing? No, okay, 50. We are in attendance it is 50 students are there. We increasing 70 students are there. So that was done previously. That is done also now. Then at the end of the day, what I learned that okay, our women were very pure. Now we taught them how to cheat. In self-help group movement that happened. The woman for last 10 years, she was just like mantra. She was oriented in mantra, self-help group, saving, insurance, small credit, again saving, those kind of enterprise activity. All on a sudden, some company from Andhra Pradesh or maybe from Maharashtra, from West Bengal, they came down. How much money you have got? 5,000. In 10 years, 5,000 got. Okay, we will give you 20,000 each. You break your SSG, from some jailgees, we will provide you 20,000. So then the person got the 20,000. Okay, this is very easy money. So why SSGs now? So then for jailg, okay, 20,000. Next day, another company come. No, how much they are giving? 20,000. You make another group, we will provide 30,000. Now, you go to a group, they will show you 7 books. They will show 7 accounts. Taking here, taking money from here today. Today is Thursday. Okay, that company will come. They are sitting also, no, different places. Na? For this company will sit here, for this company will sit here, Thursday will sit there. In the total process, the people, the pure of their mind were not, that much, what I say, wonderful जो था ना वो नहीं था. We taught them teaching. And if you say that women are handling 50,000 rupees, if you say that it is economic empowerment, I don't agree with this thing. That is the cheating. They are not capable. And someday, what is happening? Someday, these agencies, these MFIs are also, they're burning their fingers because they have very big portfolio, nothing is happening to them. But it affects DSS. A simple person, a delegate, a group of delegates from Nabard, they went to visit a village in the DSS area. Interacted with the women. They said that, okay, how much money you took from DSS? No, this much money. How much you have repaid? This much. You have not repaid this much? No. Now this year the loan is waived. The government of India has waived the loan. DSS lost 40 lakhs rupees. The people said, okay. The Nabard people came. They said the loan is waived. So we should not. But the loan was taken from the different banks by DSS. DSS has to repay them. DSS had to repay them. So this kind of thing happens. I don't think it is real economic empowerment. But okay, managing money. If you say managing money, it is okay. But real economic empowerment is still to come. And social empowerment is also there because we still that wife beating is there. Dowry deaths are there. Other things are happening there. So social empowerment is miles to go for this social empowerment. I don't agree much of these things.
Thank you so much. I think that's a great response. I'll just take, there's somebody from Orissa who has asked this question. His name is SR Dash. So the question is a very relevant question. So he says that every year flood is affecting to this community. Relief perhaps is not the solution. What preparatory measures taken by DSS have been taken by DSS for mitigating future disaster impact?
Mr. Das also works, he has a long experience in disaster management. And
do you know him?
I know him personally.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. DSS is a very small NGO. Within last 12 years, out of the 10 relief and rehabilitation programs we have taken up, 3 of them were based on community preparedness for facing the disasters. Those kind of programs, CBDP programs. As we all know that investing or spending money on community preparedness programs is very less. Even if DSS wanted to promote that activity in a very big way, we have not been able to do that in a proper way. But definitely we have done a 3 years program in CBDP in Nimapada, 30 villages we have done. That contingency planning, homestead raising, mound raising, so promoting these flood resistant crops, then a kind of different task force training, more of the common kind of thing, task force training. There will be task force on health, there will be task force on rescue, there will be training them, doing mock drills regularly. and that contingency plans that were for next 3 years, that were every day, every year, the people who are not DSS people, try to make it revise those plans. Maybe because if the plan was made in 2010, maybe some developments have taken place, they can revise that plan in 2011 and again in 2012. So that kind of activity DSS continued for 3 years, but due to lack of resources, that aspect was not taken up properly. But another thing, Mr. Das will acknowledge that promoting the livelihoods, and that too putting something kind of resilient livelihoods, like organic farming we try to do, SRI we try to do, that low cost credit we try to do, linking that low cost credit to agriculture again, financing a cow, using the cow dung, making organic thing. So it's a kind of total cycle. And in the at the end, what I should say that if we promote the resilient high livelihoods and try to develop the human development indicators, like the person should be healthy, good income, good house, flood resistant house. So if you try to do that, that is livelihood, promoting livelihood, income and all. If you do that continuously, doing that, DSS is doing that continuously. If you do that, we think that is the most thing, that resilience, that the flood will come and go, but the people, the community will try to withstand that. So I was showing that flood resistant housing. So if you in the Indira Awas Yojana, that Awas Yojana, now it is 80,000 rupees. But unfortunately, what is happening that nobody is trying to put some disaster resistant features in that. So if you don't do that, floods will come, cyclone will come, earthquake will come. Then when earthquake will come, then you will see that okay, we should have put the disaster resistant feature in that. So community has to be, if you put longer term development plans, livelihood promotion plans, with some resilience, activity, this kind of activity that will do. DSS is doing partly, not fully. But if if resources are available and other things, we can promote the models in the villages.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Mr. Dash has one more question. I'll take that quickly. I think you sort of answered it, but I'll just raise this question. So he says DSS tried to adopt different strategies and range of interventions. So what has not worked out? What has your experience been?
Yeah, my learning is in the DSS. My learning is the DSS learning is we did a lot of contingency planning, prepared village level plans, panchayat level plans, and also block level plans. When you prepare plans, the villages, I will show you. I saw the quantity of concern in my recent cyclone filing visit. I saw that a platform raised in the tube platform raised in 2008 floods by concern support by DSS, which wished to and provided water to the villages in the 2013 cyclone. So that is the kind of work we need to do. But the thing is, villages. But that village was fortunate to get funds from DSS from concern in 2008 floods, again in 2013. So that was visible that this is work. But the thing, all the villages have not got that kind of chance. But our simple emphasis is that those village level plans, panchayat level plans have to be integrated in the block level plans. The block level authorities is there, government is there. Does our government acknowledge those plans? Does the PRI, Panchayat Raj institutions functionaries, they totally fully accept that plans? We as civil society organizations, as DSS NGO, we have failed in making those plans implementable under the entire whole development plan of the state or the block or the panchayat. So that is a very challenging issue, and if that can be properly done, monitored, no, at intervals. So that is that. That is that we have not done much. We have prepared the groundwork, but for the linkages, failure. So we thought that okay, after 3 years, okay, no, none of the NGOs want to do work there for 10, 20 years. The government is there, the panchayat is there. They have to work. They have to take it over. Maybe DSS was not enough, had not enough resources, had not enough capacity to facilitate those linkages. Maybe the government or the panchayat raj institutions are not that much sensitized, not that much responsive to integrate those plans so that the preparedness plan could take forward, could be taken forward. So that is one area where we thought that we have done something, but it is not
Linkages.
that way. And another area I want to highlight here is that we form the groups in the villages, but how will we ensure that the groups will be working every year? Maybe out of the members, some members will go, they will migrate. There will be 2 members in the group. They will be very casual. They will not respond. So what will happen? How to make it? The continuous mock drills are there required. So for that, continuing those things, resources are required. Where from that resources will come? People talk of sustainability. You work for 2, 3 years, forget them. It is sustainable. They will do on their own. Nobody does on their own. So there should be institutional mechanism. DSS is a very good institutional mechanism because they are bound by saving and credit. They meet every week. They meet every month. So there is a bond in them. So that is functional. So that platform can be used to do take it over some activity. Like panchayats. Unfortunately, that has not happened, but panchayat has to do this. Maybe the cooperative. I always advocate SHG, whether cooperative or something. Some financial activity should be there. Some revenue generation should be there. If revenue is generated, that can be spent. That can be again revised. So that has to be there. We have done some seed banks. So after 5 years, gradually people saw that okay, we are taking seeds, we are keeping seeds, nothing is happening, nothing new. So we provide that animation, the organized NGO from outside. Once provided some resources, but regular animation has to be provided. New leaders has to be trained. New leaders have to be trained. With the changing scenario, the organization has to change its role. Once we are providing resources, now we are doing facilitation, those kind of things. So the organization which is providing, which is looking for a longer term response, has to stay there, should have a clear vision, should have also the capacity of mobilizing funds and resources to do that. So maybe we are successful somewhere, maybe we are not successful somewhere. So this kind of accepting and taking it over by the panchayats and the government is not happening properly. So that's why we think that is a kind of failure. I don't admit it's a failure, but that should have been done.
Thank you so much for that. I'll take a few more questions. I have a question from Ashwarya. He's actually asking this question from Hyderabad. He's a volunteer of Rangdezvous. Do you foresee a time when the role of organizations like yourself becomes irrelevant due to the improvement in social indicators of the people you work with? Also, what is the benchmark of improvement beyond which you feel that you'll be satisfied? Like, is there a benchmark you have saying that now no more social intervention is required?
I'm not sure how much I will be able to give the answer. Maybe some kinds of questions I have faced, I have seen, I have experienced in my life. That somebody says, okay, NABARD is providing funds to banks to refinance to the banks to provide to the self-help groups. On the other hand, NABARD tried to provide social intermediation social intermediation through the NGOs. Please stop. By providing some kinds of funds to the NGOs to prepare these SSGs. The NGO prepared these SSGs, provided loan, now the enterprise will grow and the income will grow. So this was an approach. After some time, the banks were hesitant to open the bank accounts of the self-help groups. When the NGOs opened the self-help groups accounts there, then the bankers thought, now the SSGs are ours. They have opened they are our customers now. Who is this fellow? What is the role of NGOs? Because we will provide them loan, they will repay us. What is the role of these NGOs? So that is totally, in their mind, the role of NGOs or the civil society organizations are totally irrelevant. After 5 years, they saw that with the NGO partnership, the repayment was 100%. Now it came down to 60%. The NPA is around 40%. SSG NPA is 40%. If you think it is the role of NGO was irrelevant, it's okay. See, I can tell you I was studying in class 7 and 8. Then I tasted the sense of social work. Then I studied here and there. Most of my friends are in Europe. Still, when they call us, you are still with that organization? I said, yes. I have nothing to do with others. I don't like to work for others. Okay. Because, no, I am like that. I am committed to this work. I will do this work till my end. But the thing is, what the question is asking, the role of NGOs becoming irrelevant. See, if I do only the brick masonry throughout my lifetime, sometimes the big machines will come, my work will be irrelevant. But I have to improve my skills. Today I am doing brick masonry, tomorrow I will be machine owner. The role of NGOs never ends. Role of civil society never ends. What I feel, we are there. Somebody said that, what you are doing? Microfinance doing, enterprise doing, migration, this thing, handicrafts, that's achhi khichdi pak rahi hai. I said, yes, the people with whom we are working, they need khichdi. They don't need 5 times of the dishes. They need khichdi. They need their house to be built. They need their small loan should be there. They need that their milk should be marketed. So this is livelihood influencer. So we have to change our role according to the need of the society. We are trying to change our role. Suppose my son was this much. I was 2-year-old. My role was different. Now he is 16. My role will be different. Now tomorrow will be 32. My role will be different. But does a father's role, you can say that it is irrelevant? I don't think so. Maybe, what she is asking that maybe from outside it looks like that, okay, same organization, same place, working for 30 years, what improvement? So this is a negative sort of thinking. I am not commenting, but these are the thinking. But my answer is that the role of the civil society, the NGO, helping to the marginalized who are left out, working for them never ends. Maybe their role will be different. Sometimes when I was doing microfinance, my role was a banker. I was doing, leadership training, that training. It was a catalyst kind of thing, facilitator. Now my role is that promoting cooperatives. No, their bank now it is happening. Their cooperative is being grown. So I was supporting them how to manage that cooperative. Maybe tomorrow that they are doing milk business. We tied up with the Orissa Milk Federation. Maybe tomorrow the vegetable marketing, maybe organic certification and how this organic product will be sold. They will get more benefit, the more income. The role of the NGO is always according to the need of the society or need of the. I don't think its role is ended or irrelevant. But yes, if we do not think according to the changing scenario, the NGOs they don't think maybe some there they don't think their role is old thing, that thing. maybe think, but I don't think the role of the NGO is changed.
Okay, so Aishwarya just he just wanted to clarify that he's actually he and not a she.
Okay, sorry. So, Vaishali, yeah. Oh, I said he. Sorry. Please forgive me.
No,
Sorry,
that's
sorry,
okay.
sorry.
So I think it happens with him all the time. So actually put a smiley there. But I think just a follow-on question, this looks like a very interesting question, and probably we'll wind up with this. He says, it's sort of a personal question. He says, I would like to know, how, he basically says, I want to know about your motivation, the source of your motivation over all these years that has kept you going.
Yeah, I thank Aishwarya asking this question because see, I am very frank that not much people ask this. So what is the motivation? See, I said that from my childhood, I have a motivation to do something for the society. I came to the organization. 7 people we were there together. Two of them are late. Other 4 or 5 people are there. New people have come, but original team was there. So we decided that we will work for our community here. Sometimes somebody says, okay, coastal area doesn't get much of funding because this is a developed area. You go to the western. One of my friends went there, started an organization there. Because funding is not available, that's why we will go there. Okay, the people need development there. I don't deny, I don't disagree with that. But the thing is, there are people. Where you are there are people needing you in that area. So you have to do. So I decided to join that organization. Maybe stick to that organization. Number 1. Number 2, what is my motivation? Number 2, that happened also. I was studying in University of Pune, and all of my friends, I said they are in Europe. Somebody is working with Oxfam, somebody is in another trust, somebody is in DSS, they are working there. So from there also, I was decided that they knew every day. They knew from that time also that I am type of a person that you will not go anywhere. I said no, I will not go anywhere. But because it was there in the mind, I will work here. Another gentleman, a delegate came from somewhere. Then a gentleman was asking me. That time also I didn't have that degree of that planning degree, but I was a simple graduate. He asked that, what is your qualification? I said, I am a simple graduate. No, okay, I did that course also. What professional degree you have done? I said, I have done this. How much you are getting? I said 3,000 that time. He called so many people. See, this gentleman is getting 3,000 rupees. But he said that, do you know computers? That time I didn't know. I said, no. This is the pity. This is the thing. You learn computer, you will get 30,000. Because it's not that I didn't know that if I go out, if I join somewhere, I will get good money. Still be connected with this sector, in this NGO sector, but I will not have the chance to work with the people at the grassroots. That will not be there. Someone also said the skill formation need to be there at the grassroots. People sitting in Bhubaneswar, they can manage a team, but they cannot do a direct contribution to the community. So that was another inspiration. So it's like that, I continued in the organization. And the second aspect, I have also vested interest. Somebody says, my son asks, where are you working? My friends are saying that their father is working in SBI. Somebody is asking, somebody is working in DCS. Somebody is working there. What are you are doing? He asked me in class 5. I said, I'm working in NGO. What is NGO? I said, it's a non-government organization. Why non-government? Government is there. What you are doing in non-government? A simple child is asking. I tried to pursue him. Still today he is not convinced what is this non-government is happening. He's knowing because his mother also she from the same organization. But he's not convinced what is happening. But the thing is, my intention is that when I say that I feel proud that I am working with NGO. If somebody is NGO person is sitting there and the government person is sitting there, I value more of the NGO person because I am come from the same community. And my vested interest is I want to increase the face value of this sector. That is my vested interest. That's all. That is the main thing. So how it can be? I have seen a lot of organizations grooming, form, groom, after some time died. So this non-profit, this motivation has to be there in every village. All youth should contribute to that. Maybe another way. I am not saying that income is not. I have sacrificed a lot. I won't say it's a sacrifice because I want to do that. It's not a sacrifice. That is my interest. I won't say it is sacrifice. So how this face value of this sector should go? The organization has to be stand. Today also people say, okay, that organization, very old organization, they are very good people. They are doing very good work. So I want to listen that. I want more and more NGOs should listen like that. More and more non-profit organizations should grow in lot of areas so that all these new problems, all this marginalization, all these things can be addressed. One small organization cannot address the whole range of problems in the whole state or the country. So that has to be there. NGOs should grow. They should sustain. So that is my interest. So that I am sticking to that organization. And another thing is that in a lighter vein, I will say that I am a carpenter. I don't need anything to do. I only carpentry I do. So I am that person. I am born, brought up. I know train, do that. I can't go anywhere. Okay, I tried some jobs in this sector, very good salary, but I gave it up. I didn't do that. Not that I don't need money. Sometimes also I am desperate because why I went for salaried job in this sector because I was desperate for money. So a lot of moments have come in the life to go and earn more money. I have tried a lot. I have did some kind of small consulting, volunteering for the NGOs, got some money, but still that is not sufficient. And when I see that my value is this much, then we are around 28 people now. The very low paid people we are. So we have to think of all 28, not for me. The only thing one can do, I can go out and work somewhere and come back. I cannot take 1 lakh rupees as a salary and give my field staff 2,000. It's not like that. It has to be proportionately grown. But for that, resources are there. Maybe we have failed to mobilize resources and do that, but we are trying. We are in the race. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think that's very well said. I think I don't know how we are doing on time. Yeah. So I think I'll just take and see if there are some more questions. If we can take. So I think probably I think we'll probably stop now. And, there are a few questions, but I think some of the questions have come from team members. Chaitanya ji is asking a few questions, but we can definitely interact with you. I've tried to take as many questions from other people who are not part of the Rangdezvous family. So on that note, I think I'd like to thank you. A small token of appreciation we have for you this memento. Yeah, so okay, we'll stand there. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so small token.
Thank you very much, Rangdezvous team, for this.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Kedareswar. It was extremely inspiring to listen to you. Thank you so much.
I'm also honored for this. Okay.